Hey, it's Ben Humble, CEO. I'm here with my man, real estate investor Sav. Yo, we're here in Windsor right now. We've got a really cool announcement on the 23rd of November, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna have an amazing event here. It's gonna be Lambo's Hype Education. You know how I like to do my events. If you guys were at a recent Wybo tour, if you were at any of my recent Dojo Day or Lead Ninja events, you know that we like to do it big. So Sav and I are partnering on this event. We've only got 30 seats available, and I'm paying the entire bill because I really want to invest back in my Windsor community where I've been investing and growing for years. So here's what you got to do. Click the link wherever it is on this page. We've got an investor IQ test. Fill it out, let us know what kind of investor you are, and we're gonna be sending you a response via email, and we're gonna hand select those 30 people. So click the link right now, get going, and you'll get your private invite to the Lambo amazing event that we're about to do. Sav, take it away, man.
I love it, man. Listen, guys, at the Windsor Investors Club, you know it's all about partnerships, and I'm so happy and proud that we're partnering with Ben, CEO, local from Windsor, who's blown it up, who's done it before, and you want to learn from this guy, and you want to learn from guys who's done it before, right? So click the link below. There's only 30 seats, as he said. We're going to hand select it. I want somebody from our club. I want all 30 from our club. Forget about it. All 30 from our club who's going to attend that event. You don't want to miss this. It's hyped. It's pumped. I'm looking forward to it.
And we got a special guest. My boy Matt McKeever will be here in town
Matt's
with the
there
Rat
too.
Pack crew. We got another special guest coming, which I'll announce later on. So go ahead, click the link, get started. We out of here. Have a beautiful day. Stay blessed and stay humble.
All right, you too, man.
You're watching Ben Humble CEO's Lambo Lunch on Matt McKeever's channel. Right along for special guests, cool cars, mastermind talks, and good food. Let's roll.
We're back with Lambo Lunches, and this time Ben's sitting down with Sav. Now, Sav's an investor who's based out of Windsor, but he's actually investing in Detroit. He's got a really unique investment strategy. As well, he's helping out Cassidy. You may remember Cassidy from Wind City OREC, as well as just the Wind City Meetup Group. Sav has recently taken over the Wind City Meetup Group and helping Cassidy grow it to the next level. So Sav's just a great, authentic guy. I love him. Constantly bump into him at all kinds of networking events, including like the Right Club, the events we have here in London, Ontario, and constantly at Wind City OREC. So let's dive into today's video and hear more about Sav's background.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good, good. Here to see Ben?
Sounds great. You can go ahead.
Cool, thank you. So, yeah.
Hey, what's up, man?
My man, Ben. How's it going?
How are you, brother?
Good to see you, man.
Good?
Yeah, thanks
Good.
for having me.
Yeah, man. Have a seat. I'm excited for this episode.
All right.
It's gonna be really cool. Actually, got you a little gift. One of my favorites.
Wow.
Slight edge.
Giving gifts already.
Dude, I love gift giving, man. We
Thank
have
you.
to do it. Here, have a seat.
Thank
You
you.
want a coffee or something? We'll grab it later.
Yeah, we grab it later. That's fine.
I got this from Chris, who's my mentor, right? So I read this book, and I'm big on personal development, mindset. So I thought this was such a good read, and I'm trying to give it out to as many people as possible. So
I appreciate that.
read it, tell me what you think about it, and then maybe pass it along to somebody else.
I gotta get you to autograph it, man. Oh, it's right
Dude,
here.
It's done,
It's
man.
done. All right.
Come on, man. We don't
I
mess around with
appreciate
the
it.
autograph. Yeah,
I
man.
appreciate it, man.
Awesome.
Cool.
So I love your story, man. I love that you came down to Windsor. You're probably one
Yes,
of the
sir.
biggest like advocates for the Windsor real estate local market. So really excited to connect with you today and be able to just chat about Windsor, chat about your experience. So just like right off the bat, like why Windsor? Like tell me a little bit about what's going on.
Yeah. So when I started in real estate investing, you know, I started off as a flipper, right? So
Okay, home
that's
flipper?
Yeah, you know, that's the education that I got.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I didn't know
Okay.
anything about other parts of real estate investing.
Sure.
So I got into that. You know, I was based out of Oakville in the GTA area, where we were buying homes for like $800,000, right? It's crazy.
Wow.
And you try to flip something like that, you're putting a lot of money into it. My coach at the time had said to me, you got to find a better market, a lower barrier to entry. So I drove around, I looked at Hamilton, I looked at London, not so much London, sorry, I said Kitchener-Waterloo. I went to Buffalo, and I saw a couple of houses over there, but they're like 200, 250 years old. They're like dinosaurs, man.
Right.
And for a first-time flipper, you don't know what you're doing, right? So it was like, okay, I don't want to get into these things that I open up, and there's a nightmare going on, right?
So why did you even get into real estate in the first place? Like, what were you doing before this?
Oh man, you gotta rewind.
Yeah, man, like I want to
gotta
know the
rewind.
journey, because I think the story is so powerful.
Yeah.
I love hearing a story because it really gives me perspective over somebody else's decisions.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
why even real estate in the first place?
So prior to real estate investing, I immigrated to Canada 2015, I want to say, so not that long ago, right?
Yeah.
And I started a cleaning company. So
We both did.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
I
had
heard.
this talk,
I
man.
heard. Yeah,
man.
Yeah, so I was doing residential cleaning and commercial cleaning too, right? We all branched out to
Janitorial or what?
Janitorial.
Yeah.
Janitorial. So we're cleaning homes, and we're doing okay in the sense we're doing at 1.60 homes every 2 weeks, right? So there was some cash flow coming in. But here's the thing: when you have a team of employees doing that kind of work, every morning, 5:30 in the morning, the first thing I got up, I was looking at my phone. Who's not coming to work? And if somebody's not coming to work, you know who's doing the work,
You're
right?
going to work, man.
Right.
Dude,
So
you're preaching to the choir right now.
that's it, man.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to do that for the rest of my life when I started that business. But 3 years in, I was still cleaning toilets. I was still cleaning homes, and I was like, I gotta find something else. So so I started reading books, and I was into self-development at that time. Not deep like I'm in now. So that's gonna be real good for me, I think. But I went to the Tony Robbins had a show in Toronto.
Okay.
It was the Wealth Expo. So it was all about real estate investing and so on and so forth. And as soon as I heard that, man, it just it clicked to me.
You were
right?
done.
I was done, right?
Yeah.
So I bought
Okay.
that course that day. It was a home flippers course. I did that course, and I spent a lot of money for sure. I said I got to get started right away because this is the way to go. This is the way to build wealth. This is the way that I can secure not only mine but my kids' futures as well. So that's what got me started.
How old were you when you came here, though, to Canada? And where did you come from?
Wow, good question. The immediate country that I came from was Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was actually in my previous life. I worked in a corporate job, right? I was a C-level executive. I was a finance CFO
Okay.
of a multinational company. So they put me in different countries, basically. So my job was to really start up in these countries that they were trying to get into, build the teams over there, start the enterprise over there, and then hand it over to the locals and leave. So
that was back home you were doing that?
That was back home, yeah.
Whoa,
That
so you
was
were a
my-
player back home.
I was.
Okay.
So I had a really good life. I was getting a good sum of money. I was set, so to say, right? But then we were in these countries that were not really conducive to setting up families, and we were there for such a short time. So at one point, my wife's like, "Listen, man, if you want to have babies, you got to take me somewhere that speak English, right?"
Right.
So we had already put in our papers for Canada. We got that approved. I said, "You know what? Let's go." Unfortunately, that company that I was with doesn't have an operation in Canada. Oh, they do.
How,
but they have,
how old
they
were
have-
you back then?
I was about 35.
You were 35. Okay,
35?
when you came here.
Yeah, I'm old, man. I just look like.
Dude, you don't
I
look
just
old,
young.
man.
I
You
just
look
young.
fresh, dude. You look good, my man.
Thank you.
I love it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. So here's a newly landed immigrant in Canada.
Yep.
With money. I can't say I didn't have money, right? Because I was able to buy a house in Oakville. At that time, we had to put 35% down, not even 20, right? So I had money. I had a great job. I had a lot of experience. And the first thing I do was go meet a headhunter. And she looks me in the eye and says, "Listen, you're competing with 200,000 immigrants coming into the country every year, right? And Canada's immigration policy is such that we're getting the best of the best. You don't have I don't have a qualified, I'm not a chartered accountant or a CPA, right?
Okay.
I just worked my ass off through the organization that I was in. I started from the bottom and I got to the top, really, right?
Okay.
Just through hard work.
So you're just
experience.
hustling, you're grinding.
That's it.
You made it over here to Canada.
That's it.
Dude, I love that because it's very similar to my story too, right? So I came here, I was a little kid when I came. It's a little bit different. I was 6 years old.
Yeah.
But same thing, when I turned 20, I was like, I'm starting something. Dropped out of school,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna start a cleaning business.
Right.
So dude, I know the grind. I'm cleaning carpets, and I cleaned everything from Shoppers Drug Marts to Home Depot to Toys R Us, stripping and waxing floors till 2 in
Sounds
the morning.
familiar, man.
I got, I put on weight because I was working every night, and sometimes people don't see that, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes people just see, oh, there's this guy, he's on social, he's got a Lambo, all this stuff. Or they see you and you're running the local group, which is, we're gonna talk about that because I love that. But you're the guy in Windsor when it comes to the local meetup groups, because you're running that whole thing. But when people see us, they don't really see. It's like that old image of the iceberg with most of it's underwater.
Yes.
They don't see the cleaning of the toilets.
Yes.
They don't see the scrubbing of the floors.
Yes.
They don't see the late night eating and the stress and the anxiety. Because you're right, when people don't show up, you have to show up.
Right.
That's why I wanted to give you this, because this is for people who show up.
Nice.
That's what this book is all about, is how to help you show up better. So if you guys haven't read this book, you need to grab a copy because it's freaking awesome. So tell me more. Finish that thought though, because I'm just excited, so I'm interrupting you. Like
no, do it, man. Do it. I just want to add to that is that, you know, the overnight success. What you hear about overnight success, it's not overnight. You know, it's just as you said. You know, we doing those experiences though. Teach us about life, right?
Yes.
Teach us about where the money is made. Really, you got to put in the miles, right? You got to do the work before you can become that overnight success. So
That's right.
No matter how many toilets I clean, so I went from a CFO to cleaning toilets, right? It was the other way around. I did it backwards, for real, you know. But I came to the country and I said, listen, I'm here now. I want to be part of this community. I want to give back to this community, and of course, I want to take care of my family. I always had this entrepreneurial urge. But because I had such a great job, I couldn't scratch that itch, right? But here's the perfect time. So this lady told me, it's like, listen, you're competing with these immigrants who are coming in who have money just like you. Some of them actually went out through Canadian education. So they got Canadian education, master's degree, you know, minimum, right? Forget about undergrads. They got master's degree, PhDs, qualifications.
They got it all. They got it all.
Why do you think that this company is going to give you this top job when you're competing with these guys, right?
Right.
And it clicked to me right away. I said, you know what?
Ben and I have something to announce that we're really excited about.
We're getting married.
We're actually going to be starting a company, Cashflow Tribe.
Yeah.
And so I'm really excited about this. It really combines a lot of our passions and a lot of our focus together. And so this is going to be a real estate business. It's going to be education oriented. And we need to know exactly what to make this business for you guys, for the audience. So here's the deal. We're going to put together a survey. We want to pick your brain and understand exactly what's holding you back from jumping in or leveling up as a real estate investor. And as part of this trade for filling out the survey, I'm going to give everyone that fills out the survey access to OREC 2019 footage. There's literally like 20 hours plus of amazing content from OREC 2019. But in addition, we're going to pick one lucky survey participant, and we're going to give away 2 free OREC tickets, as well as a one-on-one with both of us. So you'll get to sit down with us. Maybe Ben will even bring out the Lambo for you guys, and you can pick our brains on anything you want to talk about. And you should have a lot of questions for this guy that's already done 181 deals, over $21 million in non-bank financing, and that's just like the tip of the iceberg.
We need your help, guys, please. For us to really understand what's better for you, we need you to fill out the survey and tell us how we can help you. We're going to have off-market deals, tons of training and support. We're combining our two worlds to give you a lot of value. So please help us, and the trips and the excursions and fun things are a nice bonus, but truly help us understand what you need so we can help deliver it in a massive way. Let's do it together.
Absolutely. Link in the video description down below. It's just going to take a couple minutes. Jump over, do it. We'll give you free access to the course, and we look forward to hearing what's holding you guys back.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Hey, one more thing. I'm also going to do a Lambo Lunch one-on-one with whoever the winner is here today. We'll get a chance to sit down, drive the Lambo, have a bite, talk life, business, personal development, and I want to do that with you. So let's do it. Let's stay humble. Let's get it.
Hey guys, sorry to interrupt the video, but just want to announce myself and Ben, we've extended the survey competition we're doing, so we're doing a round 2 for you guys. And in this, all you need to do is fill out that survey. You're going to get access to a ton of footage. You'll get the opportunity to win a chance to meet up with Ben one-on-one and a lot more.
You got master's degree, PhDs, qualifications,
They got it all.
wazoo.
They got it all.
Why do you think that this company is going to give you this top job when you're competing with these guys, right?
Right.
And it clicked to me right away. I said, you know what? I'm going to waste my time. I'm going to start from the bottom again and go through another 15 years at 35 at that point. You know, if I'm going to put in all this effort, why don't I put that effort in for myself, right? So that's where this whole let me start a business thing came up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for whatever reason, we got into this cleaning business. You know, again, we built it up from scratch. You know, we had At one point, I mean, at the peak, I think we had like 8 employees.
Okay.
You know, working teams of 2s. We had cars. We had all that labeling. You
Yep.
know, on the cars, the decals.
You were
and all
branded.
that.
You were out there.
Yeah.
You were doing mostly houses, right?
Houses at that time, mostly houses.
Residential cleaning.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We got
okay.
into the commercial afterwards. Thank God for that. But you know, which allowed me actually to slow down my residential. But that's a different story.
Well, here's what I love about that. I think everybody should own a small business at some point because it
Yeah.
really teaches you the value of a lot of things. The value of taking care of customers, because you got to be nice to people you don't want to be nice to.
Oh yeah.
The value of really
For sure.
appreciating the money that you're making because you're working hard for it.
Yeah.
I remember used to clean these jobs and I'd make $200 and I'm like, man, it's $200.
Yeah.
This is awesome. So I think it really helps you develop your character. Would you agree?
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to talk to you because I mean our stories are so similar in that regard where you become a much better person through doing the things that nobody else wants to do.
For sure.
Right.
For sure. And you got to think about it is that when you're cleaning, what are you doing? You're thinking, right?
You're thinking, man.
if
Dude, I love that. That's right.
If you had some podcasts in your year, even better, right? So you're always thinking about, okay, at least this is what's happening with me. It was like, okay, I don't want to be cleaning bathrooms for the rest of my life. I hate this job, right?
Yeah.
I know it's paying my bills, but I hate this. I got to find something else. So it gave me that motivation, gave me that drive to say, you know what? If you're not happy in where you are right now, you got to break through.
Change.
You got to
change. That's right, man.
And
All day.
And my experience is that a lot of people, when they get into something, they go for that passion job or the passion entrepreneur, and they stick with it, right?
Yep.
They don't have this fluidity, which I think is so important. So important when you're as an entrepreneur, you should be able to change and change quick because that's the only way you're going to get to the top.
But it's also knowing what your overall why is at the end of the day.
Yeah.
When somebody says to me, hey, Mike, I really need to make $10,000 a month. It's like, okay, well, here's the quickest, shortest path to getting there. Oh, I don't want to do that, though, because I'd rather do it this way because I like this better.
Yeah.
So do you want to do what you like or do you want to do what works? And what works sometimes isn't the things you like doing.
That's it.
Like cleaning toilets and scrubbing floors allowed me to dream about real estate.
Yeah.
It allowed me to work in the evenings and then focus on real estate investing during the day.
Yeah.
It allowed me time and flexibility, and it gave me the skill set to run a small business, which I was able to use to grow a larger business. So it was such a crucial point in my life, driving a piece of crap old van with the ceiling falling on me, my buddy John teasing me all the time. So John, if you're here, man, I appreciate you. The sliding door on the side of the 94 Dodge Caravan wouldn't stay closed. I had a bungee keeping this thing closed.
Oh, yeah.
All my buddies who graduated high school and university, they're buying new cars, had nice houses. I'm 25, 26 years old, and I'm driving a 94 van with the bungee keeps the door closed. Yeah. And that's what I drove. There's no air conditioning, so at every red light, I'd have to open the door. Talk about that. The window didn't work, right? And eventually, biggest blessing for me was that somebody stole that van. Right off the side of Giles and Marintet. One evening, some drunk person decided to go for a joyride because I guess it was easy to steal, and the cops found it 2 months later. But had it not been for somebody stealing that van, I never would have bought another pickup truck. But I remember that because it was such an important part of my life. Because when you're in the gutter and when you're doing the stuff nobody else wants to do, you have only 2 choices. Accept that that's your life, or decide to make a change and fight for something more. It's a very internal decision. It doesn't matter how much social media you look at. It doesn't matter how many people you talk to. It is the most internal decision you can make. Am I going to win, or am I going to accept this defeat?
I love it.
And I was like, I'm going for the hills. I don't give a shit. I'm going. Time to roll.
I love it.
So I think you and I had the same. We got to do whatever it takes.
And you know what? If it got us here, great. But we still use those experiences in that life to get through hurdles right now, right? Even though maybe money's not the issue anymore,
that's right.
But you're doing bigger deals and whatnot, and sometimes
but it's the same mindset, right?
It's the same mindset,
it's the same
right?
focus.
You break through. You gotta break through.
That's right, man.
Right? So yeah.
That's right. Dude, you got to do some like motivational speaking, man.
Yeah.
You
know
got
what?
me all hyped up.
That's what I'm trying to do with the Wind City Investors.
Yes.
To be honest.
Tell me about the group, man, because I'm really excited for the group. I know it was started a while ago, and ever since you've come in, you're really amping it up, and you're bringing in some really high-level speakers. I've been watching you, man. So I really appreciate you trying to put Windsor on the map.
Yeah.
This for me really is like a Windsor thing. Like I've been in Windsor most of my life, minus the first 6 years of communism and refugee camp. But I've been here the rest of my life. This country's been an amazing blessing to me. And I think that people who sit here and complain have no right to complain. There's no entitlement in my mind. We are so blessed to have this opportunity. So talk to me about the Win City Investors Group. Everybody knows that Windsor is the best city to invest in Canada.
I truly believe it.
We all know
truly
this.
believe it, yeah.
For
yeah.
many reasons, we're probably the top cash flow producing city when it comes to rental properties, right? We've got basically the cheapest real estate in all of Canada. We have a lot of outside demand for property here, so we know that there's a lot of demand and people know about it, but more people really should say, what the heck am I doing not investing in Windsor?
That's it.
And that's what you're trying to do, right?
That's it.
Okay, so tell me the focus of the group.
See, listen, first of all, I gotta accept the fact that I didn't start the group, right?
Yes.
So you know, it was started by Cassidy.
Yep, Cassidy, Logsden Local Realtor started.
Yeah, local realtor.
There's been other people in the
Cassidy,
group like Aditya and those guys have really been focused. And
you know, they started it up, right?
Yes.
But when I came in, I was looking for like-minded people. So I'm into real estate investing right now. You know, who do I talk to? I got to talk to people, you know, that can relate to me. So I found this group. You know, I started going for the events. You know, pretty small group, like a family, right? And you know, I was just having words with Cassidy. And so listen, we got to do something bigger. I think there's a market out there because every time I was going back to Oakville in the GTA, people were asking me about Windsor, right? Because now they know Sab is in Windsor. What is he doing there, right? How's the real estate market? And I'm talking a lot about this, right? So there's a lot of hype, I would say, on the east of Ontario about what's happening over here. I said, listen, we got to magnify this thing so these people can come out here and see there's opportunity because they can't afford anymore in the east of Windsor, the east of Ontario, right? And here's this this worst kept secret, really, right? Windsor as a market. So two things. First of all, if I'm in that community, I got to do something for that community. Otherwise, I'm not doing my duty, right? I'm not going to take all the benefits of this, being in this community and not give something back. So that's me personally. That's
a sense of responsibility you
absolutely,
have.
absolutely, right? So that's how I feel personally. So I said, okay, if I come on to this thing, let's blow this thing up as much as possible, right? That's the first thing. That's my way of giving back, right? For the local investors over here in Windsor. And by the way, if you're a local investor and you've not come out of the Win City Investors Club, shame on you. You got to come back. You got a duty.
Dude, plug it, man, because people got to know what you're doing. If like my man GC says, if they don't know you, they can't flow you, right? Like they got to know what you represent. They have to know what you're doing. They have to know that you're intentional about doing the right things with integrity. And as a result, like you're growing the local economy, whether people realize it or not. Everybody locally who's focused on supporting the Windsor community, you guys are all helping grow the Windsor community. It's that simple.
And that's what it's
There's
about.
enough negativity in life and enough pessimism and enough haters that we need to rally around and say, Windsor is the place to be.
That's it.
Like, let's go. It's time to really put a staple.
I truly believe that. I truly believe that. If I didn't believe that, I wouldn't be here.
And you wouldn't have moved here either.
I wouldn't have. I upped my family, right? So my family was comfortable. We were living a good life in Oakville, right? In that sense, in a nice big house and whatnot. And my kids were in good schools and whatnot. My wife didn't want to come. But I said, listen, this is the place to be. If you're doing this full time and I'm investing full time, I gotta be here, right?
That's right.
And it was a hard battle to start, but now that she is here, she's loving it, right? It's just about finding the right kind of people, the right minded people that you can relate to. And that's what the Win City Investors Club is about, right? It's about investing, it's about giving back to the community, it's about growing the community and bringing everybody around to this spot of the map. Because I believe there is opportunity here that there's nowhere else in Ontario, honestly.
Dude, God bless you for your mission, bro. I just think I think somebody should have done this a long time ago. I think, and I know Cassidy and them, they were trying to grow the group, and it was amazing. They did a great job. But I think we needed more people like you and Cassidy and Aditya, like people that were really intentional on let's go. We need to grow Windsor. We need to help push this thing, and we'll talk about it over lunch. Like why Windsor is such a great place to invest, to live, to work. I've been here since '91. I wouldn't move anywhere else. I know the rest of Canada is beautiful. There's a lot of things going on, but I would never uproot from here because there's so much value.
This is your home.
This is home. But more than just home, this is just a great place to live, invest, and work. The quality of life here is amazing. Right? You can do so much here for really a lot less than what it costs to live in other cities in Canada.
And I love that, Ben, and that's why, when you called me and you said, listen, come on this thing, let's talk about, what's happening in Windsor and so on and so forth. I was like, yeah, definitely, because you are the guy, you're the local guy who brought the city to where it is right now, in my opinion, right?
Thank you. Appreciate that.
People know Ben from Windsor, right, on social media and whatnot. And I said, listen, we got to make a partnership somehow to get people who's actually done stuff in Windsor and then talk about it, right? Because
Yeah.
that's the only way we can get other people to see what we have here at the value. So
Yeah.
I really appreciate that
Yeah,
you
man.
having this, man.
And I'm happy to share about this stuff because I saw the market go up, I saw the market go down, I saw the market go up again.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
I mean, I know I look like I'm 12, but I'm 34 now, so I've been through the market cycle.
Yeah.
And in seeing that happen, it's just there's just so much amazing opportunity here for local families, local investors. You know, we've got a mortgage company here as well, and we've moved 80 families into homes in Windsor that wouldn't have qualified for a bank loan.
That's
so the
amazing.
result of that is over the course of the last 6 years, those families collectively have over $3.5 million of equity, which is amazing
Yeah.
because every one of those families has $20,000, $50,000, $80,000 of equity because they made a decision to become a homeowner.
Yeah.
That's it. Because you
Yeah.
know in this game, you just get in and wait.
Yeah.
A rising tide lifts all boats.
Right.
So I want to encourage people to get into real estate now. Don't wait forever. Don't keep getting analysis paralysis about deals, flow. Whether you're an investor, first-time home buyer, Windsor is the best market. Be responsible.
Yep.
Avoid the bidding wars. There's ways to do that. Unfortunately, we got a lot of bidding wars here, but that's part of a hot market,
Yep.
right? But find somebody who's got opportunities, deals. You know, I wish people would go to you or come to me. We got deals on the board ready to go
Yep.
today.
Yep.
Find people that can help you get a strategic advantage in life.
Yeah.
Say, hey, help me out.
And here we are.
Let's go.
Here we are.
Yeah,
This is
that's
what
right.
we're trying to bring, right? And that's exactly what we're trying to bring in the Win City group as well. Because you have a whole spectrum of investors, right? You have
Sure.
some experienced guys who have a few multifamilies or a couple, tens of multifamilies.
Sure.
And you have some of these people in the middle, but then you have the starters as well, right?
Yeah.
And definitely, as Ben said, stop making excuses. You got the community, you got the resources. It's right here in Windsor. Come and check us out in the Win City Investors Group. Go and check Ben's out. Forte Real Estate. We got every single solution that you possibly need to start right now. Forget about tomorrow.
I love that.
And what it does for people is, it gives them something that they never had before and a life that they never had before.
No excuse, man.
yeah.
There's no
Let's
excuse.
do it.
Dude,
Yeah,
let's
do
go
it.
grab some lunch and pick this conversation up.
I want to feel that
This is
Lambo,
fire,
man.
Let's get that Lambo going, kid.
All right.
Man, my man.
All right, cool.
All right, let's do it. Boom. Okay, you ready for the Lambo?
Let's do it.
Okay, boom,
Yeah, nice.
boom. One, there you go. There she is.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Sweet.
I love this car, man.
Sweet.
I think it looks better in the winter.
Yeah.
Everything's so dirty.
Yeah.
And everything's just so like salt and everything and
Yeah.
dark. And
She's low, man.
I told you.
She's
So
low.
I was a little concerned getting it out today because there's so much
Yeah.
snow everywhere.
Yeah.
But hopefully the restaurant can accommodate
Look
us.
at that. I love the way the
Little
plate
humble?
the plate is on the. It has a
Yeah.
little telescopic thing, eh?
Yep.
I've never
checking
been in a
that
Lambo.
box.
I've never been in a Lambo. so
time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll
Well,
see how it
it's just
drives.
a car, number one. It's just a fast, good-looking car.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, just check that box in life. Boom.
That's it. And then
Right.
move on to the next one.
Next
Move on
box.
to the next one,
That's
right?
right.
Yeah, that's how we grow.
That's my new thing. Boxes and relationships. Boxes are. If every day we just focus on building great quality relationships with each other and checking off boxes,
Yeah.
we'll have a productive life.
I love it.
We'll do a lot of things.
I love it.
You ready? Oh, I
Yeah.
will need the keys though.
Whoa.
Sounds good, eh?
She sounds beautiful. Nice.
Thanks again to Sav and Ben for taking the time to shoot this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, smash that like button. Hit the subscribe button if you're new to my channel. And reminder, every Monday is going to be Lambo Lunches for now, but we'd love to get your feedback. So jump in that comment section and let us know what you think of Lambo Lunches, what do you think of our editing style. And reminder, if you haven't already done so, fill out that Cashflow Tribe survey, get free access to OREC 2019 footage, as well as get entered into a chance of hanging out with our boy Ben, humble CEO in Windsor. And if it's not winter, maybe he'll take you out for a few laps in the Lambo.